Is this what your gameplay looks like? If so, then this is the video for you. Hey everybody, it's Zay. Today I'm trying something new. This video will be the first out of a series of boss guides. Any boss with a memory of strength will get one. I'm gonna start with the Guardian Ape because he's my favorite boss. The format for these videos will be simple. I'm gonna make a preparation phase and then a combat phase. And yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna show you how to beat the Guardian Ape. Before you get into this fight, you're going to need a couple things. You should have come into contact with all of them before this point, but we're going to go over each one just in case. Firstly, we'll need firecrackers. This shinobi prosthetic tool is used to disorient enemies. It doesn't do any damage, but it stops most things in their tracks, and you can upgrade it a lot of times. You can get this tool very easily and pretty early in the game. In the Ashina outskirts, there's a huge mountain. Climb to the top, and there's a merchant who sells Robert's firecrackers. Grab that and bring it back to the sculptor, and he'll give you the weapon. Next, we are going to get the flame vent. This is one of the best prosthetic tools, because half of the enemies in this game are weak to fire. You will find it in the Harada estate. To get here, grab the young lord's bell charm from the old lady in Ashina outskirts. Bring it to the dilapidated temple, and it'll teleport you to the Harada estate. The item is hidden in the campfire. For the last shinobi prosthetic tool, I prefer the shuriken. It's not necessary, but it's actually a really good tool, especially once you unlock the ability to follow up with a close range attack. That way you can close distance to get damage in small windows. You'll find this shinobi tool in Ashina outskirts. Invest in the skill and you'll get a lot of mileage out of it. Now that the tools have been taken care of, we just need a couple items. Not counting healing items or attack buffs, you only need two things. Oil and the purple mottled gourd. Oil you come by pretty easily, kill some people, they'll drop it, and it makes it super easy to light enemies on fire. The purple mottled gourd is found in Nibu village from this merchant. It decreases terror buildup, and that's going to be really important in the second phase of this boss fight. Okay, so let's take a look at the boss. The Guardian Ape has two stages. The first stage seems to move a little bit faster, while the second stage has more range and can cause terror buildup. For me, the first stage is actually a little bit harder because without the sword, I find his attacks harder to parry. The first stage has several combos, one of which can get extended. The extended version is a great opportunity to get in lots of damage. If you maneuver around him and strike at the head, he'll just keep thrashing around on the ground. He does have a fart attack, which has a small area of effect and deals poison damage. It'll only activate if you're behind him, so as long as you stay in front, it's not really an issue. He can also throw his poop, which I could live without. It's just a ranged projectile, so as long as you stay close to him, he won't use this move either. There are two grabs. The first is a close range, you just run away from it. The second one is a flying tackle, and I suggest jumping backwards. A good way to get damage in is to either stun him with the firecrackers or throw oil on him and then light him on fire. Either way, he'll be open for a lot of attacks. I prefer the fire one though because it does deal passive damage. Occasionally he'll roar and kind of take this stance. That's your opportunity to grapple to him and get in a few free hits. The most important thing to remember with this boss, as with many others, is to stay calm and take your time. He actually has a lot of small openings, but when you're first getting comfortable, I suggest blocking everything and only attacking when you feel like you have a great opportunity. Alright, here comes stage 2. Make sure to stop and heal in between phases, and then he'll pick up his head and the sword and continue fighting. Now that the Guardian Ape attacks with the sword, I actually think his attacks are more telegraphed and a lot easier to parry, but he's not affected by firecrackers. The Guardian Ape gains this jumping sweep attack. If he jumps into the sky, get away. The most dangerous new change is his terror attack. If you see him put his head back on his neck, he's preparing to do a scream. This builds up terror and you will die instantly. Now when he falls over, you can use the spear to rip the centipede out of his neck to do increased posture damage, but it is only useful in that one situation, so I don't always bring it, especially since the shurikens only cost a couple spirit emblems to use. You can find this prosthetic tool in the Ashina Reservoir, in this little building to the corner. You sneak past all the people, and it's just in this little box. And yeah, that's really all the important hints I think I could give you. The rest is just muscle memory and practice. I think once you get to the second stage, as long as you take your time, you kind of can't lose. It's a much easier phase. And yeah, hopefully this helps you take down the Guardian Ape.